your behind the scenes for MAYXLABEL. Leah, where can the people find you? What's your ads and stuff?
My at on Instagram is at lee.estelle_.
Yeah. So Leah is a model, and you did like a Vogue, Gucci kind of family shoot.
Yeah.
I saw. How did that come about?
So I've worked at Vogue before, and basically they were looking for like just families to do a shoot with, and then I sent pictures of my sister, my mum, and like my auntie. And they were like, yeah, we want to use you. That was so long ago, like you just reminded me about
yeah.
I did that.
Is that what was your like first ever like proper shoot that you remember?
Oh, it was like 4 years ago. I literally, I really don't know, because when you first start modelling, like you do so many like test shoots and stuff. And like, it might be for like big magazines and stuff, but I literally can't remember what I done yesterday, so I just,
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you had to go through like the test shoots and stuff at the beginning of like your modelling career, how did you find that? How did you navigate it? Did you have advice from someone before, or?
So both my parents used to model as well, so I kind of had advice from them. And yeah, test shoot's easy because like it's just you practicing basically to know what you're doing when you actually get to the real shoots, and just to get like, you know, stuff for your portfolio and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty simple because I actually have been posing since I came out of the womb.
She came out like
honestly.
That's fine. Okay, so you kind of always knew you were going to get into modelling,
Yeah, definitely.
and your parents were able to kind of guide you with that. I reckon you've like spoken to other models, and you've got like friends and stuff who would have had to navigate that kind of space on their own initially. Do you have any advice for anyone that's currently going through that kind of, I'm trying to get signed to an agency, what do I do?
Yeah, literally I get like emails, messages from people like every day, like, oh, I'm a model, how do I start? Do I need to pay? First things first, you do not need to pay agencies. Like when you do your portfolio, they will probably take the money out of your first shoot. You won't have to pay anything up front. Most of the time, when you have to pay up front for your photos, it's usually a scam. So I just advise you against
Make sure the people know.
Yeah, make sure they know. Don't let any people talk about, oh yeah, I want to do your makeup, do your hair, and pay £5 for a portfolio, because the agencies will not even look at it. So just, yeah. But I feel like just be confident. When you go to agencies, don't be discouraged if they don't take you on straight away, because I got turned down from nearly every agency in London when I first started. Like they even came to me, like scouted me, I'd go to the agency and they'd be like, yeah, nah. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, everyone in the studio is not here, or like they'll be like, they just make up excuses why they can't have you basically. And also as a black girl, it's harder because they'll be like, oh, we've got someone on board that looks like you, they don't look anything like you, they're just black. So yeah, you have to just have patience with it. And also like, sometimes this agencies that you've been to before that might take you on another time. It just depends on the time and who's there really.
So we do see a lot from like black girls and women in the modelling kind of industry, and they talk about things like being treated unfairly or not having the right shades of makeup is the top number one. I know you let out a deep sigh when I mentioned makeup. Does that happen a lot, and how do you kind of combat it, and how do you think that, obviously things should change, but how can we make that change happen?
Well, first, like I literally get anxiety, especially when I sit in the hair section because they never know what they're doing. Like for work, I usually wear a wig because this is a bit too much for them. They don't know what they're doing. Like even some of the black hairstylists don't know what they're doing, but it's because when they go to school for hair, they don't teach them like Afro hair. They only teach European hair, and they literally only just sign like a petition to like, you know, let people learn how to camera and stuff like that. So but like one of the first shoots I did, like there was like 4 people doing like one camera on my head, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like I can do hair myself, and they wouldn't let me do it because they wanted to see what knew what they were doing. And I was like, oh, this is just so painful. And it's 4 years later, and the same shit's still happening. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like and people will be like, oh, take your own makeup, take your own hair stuff. I'm like, why should I have to? Because the other white models don't have to do that. I should be able to come to a job at 8 AM in the morning and drink my coffee and sit there and let you do what you're doing. Like, I don't know if you've seen like on Twitter, I remember a girl posted like a picture of her like just on her Instagram, and then a picture of her like on a actual like doing a shoot, and I was like, this is like 2 different people. Like it was horrible. They're just not getting it together. But I just feel like they should just hire more black people that know what they're doing. Like hairstylists, makeup artists, I can name you 10 right now that know what they're doing.
I think you should do that. Name us 3. Name us 3. Name us 3. Just name us 3.
Giselle Makeup, amazing makeup artist. Rio Hair, one of my good friends. He's just amazing at hair. But he gets a lot of jobs. But yeah, it's just crazy. Who else? I'm trying to think. stylist, also styling as well, because it's like sometimes you get to shoots and I'm like, I'm the only black person here every time. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, my best friend Shaq, he's a stylist as well. But yeah,
definitely, we're gonna keep those names in the bank. How would you describe your personal style though, when you're not shooting, when you're just being Leah?
Depends on where I'm going really, but I'm pretty much, I feel like in between tomboy and then I can just be like a vibey when I feel like. But yeah, like, as you can see today, I'm just wearing like cargos, crop top. It's usually baggy bottom, tight top, if I'm not doing anything, or tracksuit. But yeah, when I want to go out, I would wear like a little skirt or something. Yeah.
Do you have like either someone like in your sphere of influence or a celebrity that is like your style inspo? Or a couple of celebrities?
I don't really like celebrities that much, to be honest with you, because I feel like a lot of them can't dress. I'm not gonna lie.
They get dressed, so
yeah. So I don't really give them the credit for it because they don't dress themselves. I mean, obviously the obvious one is Rihanna because she's lit and whatever she does, and she wears a bin bag and it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But like, other than that, I kind of just take inspiration from loads of different stuff. Like I take inspiration from music, from anything really. But a lot of my friends own brands as well, so I just wear their stuff a lot as well.
That's sick. Do you have a favourite brand at the moment?
I have a few. Let me think. Okay, I'll say top 3. Okay, not top 3, but
say as many as you want. We're all here
MAYXLABEL,
to listen. Yeah.
Matte Brand. Who else? I'm trying to think. I like cold laundry stuff as well. It's more like chilled wear. What else? Yeah, just loads of the black independent designers that are in London right now are just going crazy. And there's another brand called Topical as well. I was wearing it on my birthday. Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh yeah, it was your birthday fairly recently. Yeah. Jordan year.
How
are you? You feel old.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how are you feeling going into this like 2
I don't know. I feel like because I've been doing what I'm doing for so long, I'm just like, I'm bored now. I do something else.
If you weren't like modelling, what do you reckon you'd be doing?
Well, I'm an artist, so literally I'm not modelling, I just paint, I make homeware, I do loads of other stuff. Like once I get a studio now, I can really like take it to the next level. Yeah. But yeah, like, that's kind of my focus now. I'm just, doing modelling and trying to balance everything at once.
I've seen a couple of your pieces of art, your artwork, and you've been like selling some of them as well recently. How long have you been doing and making stuff?
So I went to college for art, but I didn't really, I was taking it seriously because like when you go to college for art, you have to do like the written stuff as well. Yeah, that was not my forte, so I was just like, I can't bother to do this anymore. And like, when you do something and they make it become a chore. Yeah. So I didn't paint or draw or do anything for like 2 years. And then one day I decided, okay, cool, like I'm gonna paint. And then it kind of just took off from there. And then I just found like loads of different mediums and stuff I wanted to use. And then I just been experimenting from there really.
Okay, so if you're not doing like modelling as much, art is really where the heart will lie.
I feel like in like 5 years I'll definitely just be doing art stuff and then do modelling like when I want to.
Okay, that makes sense. We love someone that has more than one. You can pick and choose.
Yeah, man, it has to be done.
The brand slogan though for MAYXLABEL is it's designed for it girls. So some people, it girl is like what you're saying, being someone that can have their like fingers in more than one pot, do all sorts of stuff. For some people, it's just someone that dresses well. What is an it girl to you?
A mixture of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you can't you can dress well, but what else is there? Like, I mean, if you didn't have any clothes, then what else is there? Like, I need to see your personality, I need to see what you stand for, like, are you trying to inspire people? Like, what is your aim? Like, looking pretty is not enough anymore, do you know what I mean?
That's true. So, an it girl has to be a package basically for you, more rounded. That's good, that makes so much sense. I love it. Well, that was Leah. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Behind the Scenes.